Hi, you guys. Welcome back. My name is Carrie Penny. I am the Happy Crafty Homemaker, and today we are following up from where I needed I needed some help from you guys in trying to figure out how to focus in on using some fingering weight yarn. So I'm gonna try this. Hopefully this works and I don't have to refilm this, but I'm gonna insert the video here of me going back and forth. I had tried to film this where I was talking to you guys about what I was grabbing off the wall and things like that, but I'm not very good at staying focused at two tasks at once like that, where I'm trying to communicate and actively think about things. So I figured it'd be easier to just kind of insert that video here and do it as an overlay as we talk about what I ended up doing and what I ended up picking up off the yarn wall. So what I've done is I have a basket of yarn here that are single skeins. I've got 10 that I've chosen that for one reason or another are not things I can see going into larger projects or being immediately something. Because as I was looking through the wall, one of the things you'll see me do is I'm talking about like, oh crap, I'm sitting here, matching. These would go well with this and this and this and this and this. And I'm explaining, like I have the two solids bin. And I explained like the three specialty dyers that I have separated over here and stuff. I had a lot of things where as I was pulling them off, I was like, oh, this is really cool, but this really goes really well with this, and this would go with this. And then you could just pull this all together into a big texture piece. And some of them I was like, oh, this is kind of a little bit more neutral. It would balance out some of these other things. And it just kind of snowballed. And I was like, okay, what we're going to do, we're going to focus in on, as I'm looking at these skeins, what is something that for one reason or another, I'm not going to use in a larger project. Like when I pull it out and look at it, it doesn't immediately go, this needs to be, shooting stars, or this needs to go with something else. So I hopefully I've sped this up and everything else. So this isn't just like laborious and awkward, because it's awkward. It's awkward looking. It was even more awkward trying to listen to me talk through this video. But anyway, things that I have pulled off the shelf. So first off, we're sticking with the two that I had shown in the video where I was asking for some help. And that is the knitted Wit Victory sock. We can pickle that. This is going to be socks. Like I need pickle socks. I'm thinking Hermione Everyday, but I'm not sure. I think Hermione Everyday just because it's kind of got like a little bumpily texture to it. There are a couple that have bobbles in them, so I might consider doing like a bobble sock, but this is just going to be a pair of socks. And some of these may end up being socks. That's great. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Up next, we have the same skein of Hawthorne that I had shown earlier. This is the colorway Gelato. And the problem I have is the people who in my life who would wear orange, like as a normal, like around their face color, they would never wear pink. Except for maybe my niece, who I don't think is at the point where she cares one way or the other what she wears. So other than it's comfortable and it's, she does like colorful things. So this could be something for her. This could be something, like a pair of socks, like I had originally said, or fingerless mitts, a hat, that's what I'm kind of leaning towards with that. Now, another Hawthorne skein I pulled, this is Kids Cone. And this is a blast. This is so much fun, but it's not something I can just like immediately say, like, I think this was in a pack of a bunch of other yarns and there was like the blue and the coral and stuff in there. I'm thinking this is going to be a project for my niece. I just think this would suit her personality wise quite a bit. And like I said, I don't think she's really to the point, like other than it being colorful, she's looking for something specific. So I'm not sure what it'll be for her, but I think this is going to be something for my niece. A lot of Knit Picks yarns in here, to be honest. Also Knit Picks Hawthorne. This is Hawthorne. There's the tag. Hawthorne sock reels. So I thought this was, when I bought it, I thought this was a double strand sock blank, but it's not. It's a single strand sock blank. And in order to do socks out of this, I would have to work from the inside of the reel to the outside of the reel. And obviously that's not going to match because the colors aren't in the same order or anything. And trying to cut it, I don't think is going to work because I don't think the sections are kind of evenly dyed. So the original plan had been socks. Now it may need to be like a muscle bra or something like that, which is fine. I do have people who would wear like the blue-orange combo. But yeah, it's not super convenient to work from it if it's not double-stranded for what I had originally planned it to be. I love the colors, and I think if it weren't put up the way it is, I probably would have used this a very long time ago. But because of the way it's put up, it's just not working for me. The next one I pulled is Knit Pick Stroll Fingering. This is Sunny Afternoon. I'm just not a yellow girl. And if I do yellows, there we go. That's more what it actually looks like. If I do yellows regularly, it tends to be kind of incorporated in other things and paired with like browns. But yellow's just not, it's not the best color up against my skin. It doesn't make my skin look healthy. So I'm not sure who this is going to be for. As it is, I have one daughter-in-law that does do kind of crazy colors, but she leans more towards the greens. Green is her favorite color. The other one is more into like autumn winter colors. So I'm not quite sure. Most of the people I would donate to here locally, they specifically request cotton or acrylic only because of care and maintenance, and also allergies. So a lot of people cannot have the animal fibers, and you don't want to run the risk of donating to somebody who obviously can't have the animal fibers. So I do have to be careful when it comes to donation items, what fibers I am using. So again, another Knit Pick yarn. We've was that 2, 4, this will be 6 of the 10 ended up being Knit Picks. So I did pull 2 things of Felici. These will be socks. Like there's no doubt in my mind these will be socks. I do think I have some ankle sock patterns I want to play with, and I think I will do that. But I prefer working from 2 skeins, even though like for me, my socks are 60, my full length socks are like 63 grams. And I could easily, heel toe cuff, do a longer cuff top in a contrasting color, get away with doing 50 grams. I prefer to be able to go as long as I can with the Felici. So I even for myself, unless I'm doing ankle socks, do prefer having 2 skeins. So having just the 1 skein of these makes them perfect contenders for this. It's an easy way to just grab and go projects for down the road. So these will be there. So we've got Side Pony and Raspberry Beret. Last 3 yarns here. I love this yarn. First off, I love this yarn. I think this is going to be something similar to like a Sophie scarf type scarf. I've made a couple now with the I-cord edge and stuff. I'm thinking something in that vein. It could also be a cowl, but to me, this just screams Christmas. And as I wear a lot of black year round, even today, and I have black pants on too. I don't have anything in my wardrobe that is like Christmas and black and grays. I have lots of things that are a little too bright up against. So I think this looks like a sophisticated Christmas palette. So I'm thinking probably something in garter stitch, scarf, skinny scarf type thing. Using this. This is Knitology from Knit Crate in the colorway Quilt. I'm not sure which year this came out, as Knit Crate's been gone now for 6 years, 7 years. we know it's at least that old. So something out of my stash that deep stash will be able to use. Then we have Colorful Creativity by Krelian Spring Explosion. Like I said, I do have one daughter-in-law that's into brights, and green is her favorite color. So this very easily could just be something for her. I could find a way to pair this. I do have a pattern for a cowl that is skeletons, and I'm always looking for like a black to go with this. So I could, pair this with a black and maybe make something like that out of this. I don't know yet. I haven't made up my mind. That's the whole point to this, is I haven't made up my mind for any of these. These are just going to be easy grab. This is what I'm going to work with projects. And the last one here, this needs to be something special, but I'm not focusing on this yarn because I'm not quite sure what to do with it. So that's why I put it in here, but this needs to be something special. So Troy and I went to Asheville a couple years ago, and on the way back home, we stopped at Smoky Mountain Fibers, and this is from Smoky Mountain Fibers. And this is Friends and Fiber Works, dyed by Smoky Mountain Fibers. But it's absolutely beautiful. It's in those perfect Carrie colors. It's got a little bit of that like teal, which makes it great for like that fall winter transition, but it still keeps things light and in my wheelhouse, that plummy, that pink and everything. I do have a yarnable that's in very similar colors. I do think I also have a yarnable that's in the teal specifically. So I could expand this into a larger project by the time this is done. But I don't want this to be socks. I want this to be something more face fronting. So that is what I pulled out. So over the course of the next 6 to 12 months, if I'm hitting a drought and I don't know what to do, or in the case of these guys, like I'm not looking for I'm not making a sock for a specific thing, I can make socks out of these. And like I said, I really want, there's some ankle link socks I've been wanting to play with. There's one in particular that is just the 25 rows of ribbing, 1 inch of stockinette before you move into the foot. And I think that might be my perfect shorty sock that doesn't involve doing the heel tab. I do really like my heel tab socks, but that is a very fidgety cuff to do. So this would, I do want to play with these. I want to play with these and give myself some more options there. So that is what we have. Now I am, between now and when this goes up, hopefully going to have a couple of pattern ideas that I'm just going to put in the description box down below. I'm going to put a notebook in here with these. I am going to drop a D10 dice in here, or I can use one on my phone, and I'm going to number these. We'll have I will roll. We will get a skein, and that's how we're going to decide what we work with. So anytime I don't know what I want to work on, if I'm feeling like that drought of creativity or something, we're going to come here. We're going to get one of these and we're going to make something. It can be a basic, it can be a sock, it can be a go-to, it doesn't matter, but this is what we're going to be working from when we hit that. These aren't, I must use these by the end of the year. Like I said, for the next 6 to 12 months when we're hitting that zone, that's when we'll pull from this basket. So anyway, I'll also with that notebook be able to, like write down pattern ideas and stuff as we come through. But anyway, that is all I have. That's all I want to say. And I don't want to just sit here and keep going, because I do tend to want that. I still haven't made the final decision on how I want to handle the yarnable usage. I do actually have a couple of patterns that a couple of you guys sent and a couple that I found where I could use 5 of these in one go. But I know. That wasn't the plan when I was talking about it, but part of my goals this year was to use my good yarn, use my yarnables, use my ALCs, use my Southern Comfort Fiber Market yarns and stuff. Like I keep saying I want to use these things, and I keep not using these things. I keep going for. I just have a ton of knit picks, to be fair. Like I do just have a lot of knit picks yarn. But I do keep grabbing those instead of grabbing what I should be grabbing. So anyway, or what I intended to grab. That is what we have. I have not decided on the yarnable situation yet. Well, maybe by the time the July yarnable gets here, I will have made that decision and we can talk about it in that video. But until then, I love you. I hope you are having a wonderful, fantastic day. Thank you guys so much for helping me soundboard out the ideas. I hope you kind of got a kick of this is what it actually looks like being here in my room, being here in my space with me, and how I'm using the space, and when I'm pulling things, what things actually look like, because it's not a polished and refined experience being here with me. It is a little very disorganized. I'm a very organized, disorganized person. So anyway, I love you. I hope you are having a wonderful, fantastic day. As always, I look forward to seeing you guys real soon. Bye, guys.